No, 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 definitely not the case, dude. I've had we had an old member named Demon, and he left. He had high ambitions. He wasn't progressing as fast as he thought. But he's also that guy that goes around shooting blue dots in high levels, and then blames it on them, saying, "Oh, they shot me first," right? And it took us a while to figure that shit out, because here we were backing his ass up and shit. And then come to find out he's the one picking the fights, because I go and talk to the posse leaders, figure out what the hell's happening, and just like I did with Lady Western there. I'll go to chat and I'll talk to him and see what the fuck's up. And that's when the posse leader's like, "No, he shot me first, man." He goes, "I got it on video," and I'm like, "Really?" He told me that you guys ambushed him. So called him out on it, and he's like, "I'm just gonna form my own crew." And Chris is like, "All right, go ahead. You can." Well, first of all, Chris and I talked a lot about it because he's a really, really good fighter. All right. And he's been with us a while, and I was like, "Dude, I don't want to lose him. I actually want to keep him because I liked him. And he's a great fighter, and he comes when you call, that kind of shit. But he is a little loose cannon, and I told Chris I agree 100%. I'm right on the border with him, to be honest, is what I told Chris. I'll follow whatever side you want to go on, but I fall on the side I want to keep him. I think you can rehabilitate him, keep him in the crew, maybe make him an officer is what I was saying. Give him a little carrot, and we did that. We made him an officer, and that wasn't enough. He wanted to be president or vice president. And I told Chris, I'm good with him being vice president. I could care less about this shit. It's just a title. And Chris is like, "Fuck that shit." He goes, "You're my father-in-law. Fuck that. He's nobody." So we, told him, why don't we start an offshoot? You can be the vice president of Stoner Outlaws, the grief inside you. And that's what I told him. Like, you know what? You and I'll be at a peer level. You can be the grief inside and start, get your own little crew together, whatever, and just be total 100% like the goons are, killing blue dots. And I go, but that's just not my thing personally. I have an issue with that. I just don't like. That's not me, man. I'm not a mean guy. I'd rather help people than fuck them over. But Demon's not that way. He wants to go shoot blue dots. And we told him, go do your own thing, but if you do it under the Stoner Outlaw banner, that way we have someone to call in case we get into trouble. We'll call our own freaking goons. But he didn't have that. He wanted to be president, be his own crew, and he just said, "I'm going to start my own thing." And he did really well there at the beginning. I don't know how he got these high levels into his crew, or if he joined them, or anyway, I don't know how it all transpired on his side. All I know is that one day I'm playing by myself, a crew of 7 load in on me and just kick my ass. Not just once, over and over. So I leave session. I do my little tricks and stuff to get away, and they're on me, man. They were following me because Demons was my friend. So he would load up on me, and then they would follow him and kill me. So eventually, I ended up having to block that dude because they were kicking my ass every day, dude. But it goes both ways. I loaded up on, and I didn't bring the whole crew. I do this all on my own. And there's plenty of videos if you scroll back far enough. But I loaded up on his crew of 7 with dynamite arrows, and I'll blow them all motherfucking up. And then I'll log out and leave and make them chase